Card 15, Martyrs. The bottom of the Martyrs card reads, play this card at any time to give a +10 power or resistance, your choice, to any peaceful group you control. In July of 2001 in Genoa, Italy, a young protester was gunned down by riot police guarding the site of the G8 summit. This story portrays that reality strongly. The idea behind the picture is that the government will rule over all peace protesters, actually any protester with an iron fist. If anyone publicly protests, they must realize they might be the one crushed or shot dead. And you know that most of the protesters are professional protesters. People that are just called up on a moment's notice and come out because it's their job. In other words, the Illuminati control their opposition. That's right. You ever notice, too, you watch, when protesters have run-ins with riot police, the ones that are doing the damage, the ones that are causing the havoc, breaking the windows, setting the cars on fire, are never arrested. They always get the ones running away. The people that were just like, yeah, I think I might just watch this for a while and hang around. This is kind of cool. I'm getting out of here. And all of a sudden they're arrested and beaten. That's how that works. They never go after the ones who are the instigators, because those ones are protected. And this last summit that was held in Quebec here in Canada, we actually had pictures of some of the protesters wearing exactly the same boots as the police officers were. So we know now where the protesters came from. What a story this card tells. The thought police are definitely here. You know, there's an assassin card. Yes, there is an assassin card. I wonder when that one's going to be played. Remember, each card of this role-playing game is designed to represent an action the Illuminati is going to take to overthrow the old world order so the new world order can be established. You'll be shocked to realize that the current events are planned by the Illuminati and are part of the prepared script. This Illuminati card game is definite proof, demonstrating that the Illuminati have planned events, and they're planned in advance, sometimes by decades, and is causing each event to occur to advance their agenda of overthrowing the old world order, so their precious messianic new world order can be established. Let me just quickly re-examine the history of the Illuminati card game for you if you just tune in. It's a card game. You play cards like poker with a pair of dice. In 1990, role-playing inventor Steve Jackson invents the game. 1990. There were cards in this game went on the store shelves in 1995 to sell the game with the World Trade Center attack clearly depicted in one of the cards. The Pentagon attack clearly depicted in one of the cards. Jackson was creating a game that would hit so close to the actual plan that the Illuminati are using to propel the world into the New World Order, known as the kingdom of the Antichrist. And as I've been showing you, Jackson issued playing cards, 3 of which actually foretold the events of 9/11, 3 of which correctly predict future events just ahead of us, and 2 that correctly foretell the last 2 events the Bible states will occur during the final stages that will produce the Antichrist on earth. How did Steve Jackson know the Illuminati plan so precisely? In 1995, it was first released. It contained a lot of the plan that was still many years in the future. I believe it's the same thing with the movies that are coming out today. Like the one called Knowing in theaters next Friday, March 20th. That's a 23 day. And you know how the Illuminati are about 23. It's something that affects each and every single human being on the planet Earth deeply. A 23. The plot next for the movie Knowing on AM 640 in a moment. The bank merger card, the market manipulation card, it's absolutely astounding. And they have a crash card. Yes, they do. But I want to talk about the backlash card, which is one of the new ads, because, like I said, they've come up with some new cards, new info. This card, the backlash card, shows a young, good-looking male black man standing behind a speaking platform. Now, a good-looking black man standing behind a speaker's platform, what has been indelibly stamped in your mind for the past 2 years? One man, and one man only. Given his wonderful gift of the gab, his wonderful oratorial talent, and his good looks, and his confidence, his poise, very presidential. Yes, the man in this card, this good-looking black man standing behind the speaking platform, obviously well-connected because he's wearing a very nice, good-looking business suit. As he stands behind the podium to speak, paint is being shot in his direction, even hitting him directly in the face and on his body. The word backlash is defined by the Merriam-Webster dictionary as sudden, violent, backward movement or reaction, a strong adverse reaction as to a recent political or social development. Almost always the word backlash is used in a political or social setting, so it's safe to assume that this man is a political figure of some sort, and that he is under political attack for something he has said or for some accomplishment he has made. In the light of events on the presidential scene during the past 20 months or so, there can only be one man depicted on this card, even though it's not an actual photograph of Barack Obama himself. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, they mean to point to President Barack Obama, the 44th president. That's who this black man is standing behind the speaker's platform. While he hasn't experienced much of a backlash yet, his policies of nationalization, the government takeover of corporations, effectively handcuffing the business world with all kinds of restrictive bureaucratic regulations and setting new rules like capping CEOs' salaries, are very controversial. He definitely will soon, and I mean soon, be feeling a huge backlash. Up next, and how we're being treated.